Oh, true. Hello. Can you hear me?
Am I doing?
Can you hear me? I can see you. Hey, everybody. Hey, Mama Dale. I was. Hey, Creel.
Hey, hey,
Hey, girl.
how are you all?
Hi, beautiful. What's up?
It's going. How about yourself?
I'm doing good, girl. On my day
I
off, I was ready to get this topic going.
I know, right? I just so you know, I'm trying to pull you from my laptop and my because I'm doing the interview on my cell phone, and what I'm doing
Okay.
is I am recording this live.
Okay,
I don't
absolutely.
know. I don't know if it's gonna work. It's my first time trying it.
Yeah, sure.
For
Hi,
this live, so that
people.
way I can show it on my channel.
Yes,
So
girl.
I got this new phone, girl, this technology that my husband said.
Oh my God, yes. How is everybody? Hey, she's been setting Mo, Creative Creole, Keto Girl, Janet. Hello to all that has joined so far. Um, we decided to bring this podcast to you guys because it's some things that need to be talked about. You know, some things people want to know, want to hear, and so on and so forth. Hey, Tommy,
We did this.
are you able to see the comments?
I can see the comments because I have you on my laptop as well, so
Okay,
I can see
okay,
the comments. Um,
okay. I just wanted to make sure you'd be able to see the comments.
yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
you
I
can.
can see.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm about to hijack your channel, girl.
Go ahead, go ahead. She's taking over.
So you guys who do not know me, I'm Angie in real life, and of course, you guys, I can introduce to some and present to others. We got Virgo, Queen T in the house, you guys, and I was in her live this morning, and first let me pray. Father God, in the name of Jesus, I thank you for hijacking this podcast. God, I pray that you would send here who you have designed to send here. If there's any trolls, any haters, God, that's watching us, trying to tear this down, God, I pray that you will convict their heart and their spirit, that they will turn around and want to say, okay, we're going to join in wholeheartedly. But
Yeah.
nevertheless, God, we thank you and praise you for everything that's going to take place today on Virgo T's platform and Angie in real life. God, I believe this is God's destiny. We thank you. We praise you. Amen.
Amen, honey.
Amen.
Yes.
So, Tito girl, I see you. Tommy
Hey,
Vice, I love
Carter.
you guys, but you guys know Virgo Queen T. I don't really
Yeah.
know her. I just stumbled across her. I don't know how I stumbled across her, but I just did. I don't know exactly how I found her channel. But to present to others and to present to some and introduce to others, Virgo T Queen, y'all. She is a very uplifting, very positive. Um, she is a content creator. She's a wife. She's a mother. She also had worked outside the home. So those of us, well, currently I'm not working outside the home, but when I first started
Yeah.
YouTube, I was working outside the home. So those of us that are working outside the home, we understand that this is a very tactful thing. But
Yeah.
many are called, and few are chosen. It's all in your willpower. So being in Virgo lives and listening to some of her things, and some of her things that she say and how she helped people, I can relate to some of the things because she has a big heart and she loves God and she's so heartfelt. So I came up with a list of questions, and of course she knows about these questions.
Yeah.
So we're not blindsiding her. She knows
Yeah.
the questions that are going to be asked, along with anything else that she desires to put out there for you guys, because life is happening. And this, I'm recording it. So hopefully, if I'm doing it right, I'm recording this live and I'm putting it on my channel at a later date because I have a podcast
Yeah.
on Thursdays called Everyday Living. So,
Right.
hey, we live every day, and that's what it's
Right.
about. So, my first question for you, Queen, is how and why. I'm so nervous. I don't know why I'm so nervous,
Don't
but
be
I
nervous,
am.
girl.
My first question for you is how and why did you start YouTube?
Well, most of my people already know this question, but I was watching ASMR all the time. That's how I go to sleep every day. ASMR videos. I love ASMR. I love like hair brushing and all the purse things and rumbling and tumbling and all that stuff they be doing. It just puts me to bed. I don't know why. So I was watching that for a long time. And then my youngest son used to watch Be Love every day. And I used to hear, "What's up, my Be Lovely?" And I was like, what is that every single day? So when I watched it, I had wanted to do YouTube last year, but mukbangs wasn't, my sole purpose. It was more of like a comedic type of just, niche channel. But then I was like, well, I love to eat and I love to laugh and I love to make people laugh. So I'm just going to incorporate everything into one. So that's exactly what I did, but I did it on God's timing. And when I wanted to
Mhm.
do it last year, it was a pause. It was like, no, that's not the time. So this year I started my channel July 3rd, and that's when he was like, press record. And I was sitting in my car and I was like, what? And he was like, press record. And that's exactly what I did. And from every day since, I have been a creator.
Well, guess what? Just my eye is tearing up just to hear you say that because July 3rd was my mom's birthday.
Oh,
July 3rd was my mom's birthday.
don't make
So,
me
I feel like God has a way of connecting people some
cry. Right.
kind of way. But I was going to ask you that question too, but you answered it. Did you set out to be a mukbang channel? And was that your intention?
My intentions was definitely not to be a mukbang channel. I loved ASMR. So if you go back in some of my videos, I did DUI videos. I did a what's in my bag video, different things like that. Just trying different things to see exactly what I wanted to do. And mukbangs happened to be something that took off for me because I was able to be more of myself. I was able to put laughter and love into that and just help people through the spirit, through my words, through my kindness. And that's just something that worked out for me really well. I love to eat, so it worked.
Shoot, who don't love to eat? We all love some food.
Okay.
Um, I guess at what point in your life did you realize that you needed? I hear you talk about Jesus and God and your calling, your purpose. And I remember watching you one day when you said you had went to church. I watch a lot. I'm very observant. So I may pop up and not say anything, but I
Right.
watch because of what I've experienced of having a big heart. I have
Right.
a tendency to jump in with both feet and both hands. And
Right.
then when the fire is hot, I'm like, oh shoot, I'm pulling
Yeah.
back a finger at a time, but I'm already burnt at that point. So
Yeah.
I watch a lot closely. And I remember watching one of your lives when you were saying that you had went to church one Sunday. And I think
Yeah.
you and your husband both got in the prayer line.
Yes.
And you just made a decision to, my eyes just keep watering. You made a decision to just give God your everything, like surrender
Yeah.
God, whatever it is that
Yeah.
you want from me, whatever it is
Yeah.
for your life, my
And
Jeremiah 29:11, whatever it is,
yeah.
God, that's what I want for me.
Yeah.
So at what point in your life did you realize you needed or wanted Jesus in your life?
Well, I've always needed and wanted God, but I've grew up with every all my aunts, my mom, we all grew up in church. I've been in church, but sometimes when you're growing and you become a teenager, you're not serving like you're supposed to. You just become a rebel. You're dealing with teenage
Yeah,
things. But
guilty.
and we go astray, not knowing how much we need God in our lives and how much we need to just tell him thank you for everything that he does and just put aside the materialistic and just put aside all those things. So it's like as I got older and I got on my own, and when I got my own place and just being a mother and being on my own for so long, and then my daughter father got killed when she was 2, and my son's father has never been
Oh,
around.
wow.
He's never seen him, never held him, anything. So I've always been a stand-up mother. And when I was younger and I had my daughter, a lot of the times I was out and hanging out and in the streets. So my mom, my sister, and my daughter's grandparents has never left her side. Always been there for her. So I was just dealing with so much and just trying to learn and grow too fast. But it wasn't until I would say I got with my husband, almost 7 years now. that I really knew that God is real, because I feel like He answered all my prayers. He gave me a man that I've always said, I want a man that loves me for me, flaws and all, loves my kids, won't hurt us, won't, you know what I'm saying? And when I found myself having a family, a true family, that's when I knew God is real. You know, I don't have to be alone out here. I don't have to do anything alone. And all the pain and abuse that I went through in past relationships, and just jumping from relationship to relationship, and just doing things that's not of Him. When I learned to be on my own before I met my husband, and just working and raising my kids, He brought him right in. So at that point, I knew that you can't do nothing without Him. You know, you have to be
Mhm.
steadfast.
That's good stuff. And I heard you say that your son's father had never seen him, never held him, anything like that. And my sister has a similar situation, kind of like that, where I think his father may have seen him only once, and he's 15 now. You
Right.
know, so and as far as marriage, congratulations on 7 years. Marriage is not easy.
No, ma'am.
God, it's not easy. I've been married 15, it'll be 16 years in June.
Ooh, wait.
So it is not easy.
No,
It takes
ma'am.
two people to really love each other.
Right.
Your husband married you as a single mom. My mother had four children, and my dad married her. And they stayed married within 31 years
Yes.
um, in March of this year, had she not passed. So, what advice would you? This is the question I didn't put on here,
That's
but
okay.
what advice would you have if someone was sitting outside and they're watching this now, or if they're watching later when I show it on my channel? What advice would you give to a young single mom that is waiting for a husband, that's working, and it feels like that she's never gonna get blessed with her Prince Charming? What advice would you have for her? How should she carry herself? Should she, what type of advice would you give a young single mom that's waiting to be found?
I feel like first you have to get to know yourself. Be alone first, because you have to be alone to get to know yourself. So that would be my first piece of advice.
Mhm.
Get yourself a place first, because
Come on, girl. Come
you want
on.
to
Really
establish
speaking, y'all.
something for yourself. You want to be established before you bring a mate into your life. Be established as a woman. Know that you can take care of a home on your own. That's for number two. And then get to know yourself in that process. Get to know what's your limits. What are you looking for? What do you want from a man? Is it marriage that you're actually seeking? Because some women out here don't seek marriage. You know, they just seek a companion, and that's different. Um,
Mm-hmm.
so the most important thing is know that everything that you can do alone, you can do with a mate. You know what I'm saying? Because you have to be able to provide for yourself. You have to be able to take care of a home. You have to be able to raise your children in an environment alone before you can just bring on a mate. Because that mate might have a children, but do you know how to be a mother to your own children? Do you know
Yeah.
how to take of care of a household on your own if something was to happen to
Mm-hmm.
your spouse? You have
Mm-hmm.
to know how to do these things. So being established is number one. Second of all is prayer, because without
Mm-hmm.
faith, faith without work is dead, and
Mm-hmm.
that's in the word. You have to have faith that no matter what I'm going through, Lord, no matter if I kiss a million dead frogs, one day that prince is gonna arise, and have
Mm-hmm.
that hope and have that faith that you're gonna find somebody that you love and that genuinely loves you. And
Mm-hmm.
sometimes it takes us to go through physical abuse, mental abuse, verbal abuse through men, um, being touched, and all those different things. We all go through so many different things until we find that right one. But you have to know that God is real, and everything he does for a purpose, and he does for your good. So that would be
Mm-hmm.
my advice.
Absolutely. That's very good advice to y'all ladies. Y'all heard that? That's looking the single. And even some of the things that she said, I believe I have a marriage ministry and ministry concerning women and young women, because things that I experienced. But even for the men that are out there listening that want a wife, a lot of times I'm a piggyback of what she said, having your own. And I don't know how it is to be single.
Right.
I met my husband when I was 17 years old. I'm 41 now.
Yeah,
So
right.
him and I have been a part of our lives,
Right.
most all of our lives in a sense. But now I find that young women want a man to bring everything to the table.
Absolutely. And I
And
have a
all
problem
those
with that.
qualities and aspects that we want out of a spouse, they want that out of us as well.
Yes.
So a lot of things that she was saying, you're going to have, in order to get a good, decent husband, you're going to have those attributes that Virgo was saying. Those are good things. And if you don't know how to do those things, again, it's about faith. Go to God, ask him. He'll tell you what to do. And don't be
Right.
afraid to ask. She said she told God what she wants. Did he give you what you want, sis?
Exactly what I wanted. And I,
So
you
it's
know,
okay. It's
my
okay to make
biggest
that list.
my biggest prayer was God. And I used to always say this, I can't wait to take on a last name. And I just used to make it's crazy. I know this sounds crazy. I used to make up last names and say, how would this sound with my name? I think it would
Oh,
sound nice. But I prayed for it. Then at a point in my life, I didn't want to, be married because I had been in such toxic relationships. But when God brought me my husband now, we both already prayed for the same thing.
oh wow.
And God connected us because he wanted exactly what I wanted. And in God's time and in 1 month, I was married after meeting my husband.
Oh wow. Look at that. See that? So how long did you guys know each other? Did y'all know each other previously or
We had talked before and never met. And the day that we met, he never left. Been by my
oh
side
that's what I'm talking about.
ever since.
7 years later. Look at God. And
Yeah.
seven, I'm big on numbers too.
Yes.
Seven is the number of completion. So
Yes.
you guys are getting ready to embark on the new beginnings because the number 8 is a new beginning. So
Well, this
look
this this
for
year May will make 7 years that we've been together. August 26th of next year will make 7 years married. We've been married 6, so we're going on 7. So yeah.
hey, it's in there, girl. It's in there. It's in there. Okay,
Yeah.
since we on the marriage thing, I'm gonna pop one more question in there that wasn't on there. What do you think is now I always say that everybody's marriage is different.
Hmm.
My husband and I marriage is different. Hey, Vicky's world. My husband, everybody marriage is different. So what's good for me and Kenyon may not be good for Virgo or her husband and whoever
Right.
else that's on this live.
Yes.
So what I've learned over the years that communication is key.
Hmm.
I just learned after almost 16 years of being married, almost 25 years together, to actually effectively communicate with my husband. So what would you say in your marriage or in a marriage? What do you think the foundation or what makes a marriage work? What makes it effective? I say communication, but what do you believe it could be?
I believe the same. And like you said, me and my husband are still learning different ways to communicate, because we have to understand that we are two different people. No matter how long we've been together, we have two personalities, two different styles of parenting. So we have to learn how to talk to one another. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And we two people with two big personalities. So we
Yeah,
like,
girl,
you know.
I know that all too well.
We be clash of the titans over here, but we found a way that it works for us and our family. So definitely communication, but also I feel like God should also be a third party in your marriage.
Hmm.
He should be the
Hmm.
only third party in your marriage. And if you don't pray with your spouse over each other and with each other, it's not gonna work. It's
It
not
makes a
gonna work.
difference.
It's
God
not
knows in
gonna work.
heaven it makes a difference. And don't some people are like, well, God's not listen to my prayer. Just because you're not wholeheartedly committed to Christ, like some of us
Yeah,
are, does not mean he does not hear your prayer.
right,
And people have been saying for years, Virgo, and I'm sure you probably heard it too, that God doesn't hear a sinner's prayer. I
right.
know you probably heard it
I
before.
heard it.
And, and how can that be? Because the Bible says that salvation is confession.
Right,
So as a sinner, we're confessing that God is our Savior, so He hears our sin. So don't be afraid to
right,
pray to God. If you don't feel like you're in right standing, still pray for your husband. He
right,
wants us to be married. Still pray for your wife.
right,
Whatever it is
right,
that you feel like you need in your life, still add that prayer. It's about a
right.
relationship with God that counts. That
Right.
counts
And
most
when me and my husband
important.
pray, we pray with each other and we still pray for each other, whether we're together or separate.
Mm-hmm.
I always pray that my husband is great, that you continue to let him be the king that I know he is,
Mm-hmm.
keep him humble, keep him grounded, keep him safe.
Mm-hmm.
I pray
Mm-hmm.
things over him because if you don't pray over your man,
Girl,
the world will consume. So you
absolutely.
have to stay on your knees for your spouse. I'm telling you, and he does the same for me all the time.
And
So
marriage is a holy connection. It's a
it is
holy covenant. So the devil don't want it to work anyway. And
right.
I'm not even. That's going to move on to our next question about
Hmm.
connections and making connections.
Hmm.
I think that he should be in it all, building relationships. But I feel like you can't build a good relationship if you don't have a relationship with God. And I know you had
Right.
said before about being yourself and loving yourself and learning how to be single before
Right.
you can go into a marriage. So my next question is, how important is it to you to stay true to yourself in the midst of adversity?
It's funny you asked that because girl, it be so much going on, you know what I'm saying? And it's just so many people that tries to pull and tug, you know what I'm saying? So I always have to remember who I am and who God destined me to be. And I just repeat things to myself repeatedly, like you are great, you are beautiful, you're worthy. Those are things that I do to keep myself lifted because it's so much. Sometimes it just becomes
Mm-hmm.
so much. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and I just have to be like, Virgo, you have a purpose, you have a reason. Um, why you're on this platform, and why you're doing anything and why you're so successful now than you were before, because God is flourishing me into that
Mm-hmm.
season, because I always speak great things over myself and I always ask God to push me to my highest potential, always.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like now he's elevating me to a whole nother level that I'm learning how to transition into. So I always
Mm-hmm.
tell myself, never change who you are and don't let anyone change who you are.
Mm-hmm. So do you think I always bring myself to the scene because I have a big heart and I see that you have a big heart too.
Yes.
And how do you deal with you know how sometimes you say, I don't care.
Right.
Uh of somebody thumbs down your life.
Yeah.
Example, we got three haters on here, but the Bible says a 3/4 cord is not easily broken. So I
Hmm.
turn that three thumbs down into a positive three thumbs
Yeah.
up. But because I have someone that thumbs down my live every time. I don't
Yeah.
know who it is. I don't care who it is. I just know that either way it pays. Okay,
Right.
it
Okay.
pays either way. It
Yes.
pays either way.
You
And
better
I know
know
sometimes we say we don't care, but because our heart is so big, when you say you don't care, do you really don't care, or do you kind of break down a little bit with your spouse?
I really don't care. I really have a bad, as much as I have a big heart, when you've been through so many things, I really have a nonchalant, I don't care attitude. And when I say it, I
Mhm.
mean that from the pits of my soul. I don't care. And
And
my
that's kind
husband
of
know
good.
that.
I guess over the years of being battled, you
Right.
you kind of have to develop a little bit of I don't care. I can say one time I was on a live, and I think I may have mentioned this like once or twice on one of my lives. But I was on a live one day, and this guy, I saw the comment come up, and it said, "Black girl." At first, is what the comment said, and
Hmm.
then a few minutes later, it says "nigger"
I got that. I got that before.
on my live, and I was like kind of shocked a little bit. But you know what? God spoke to me and let me know that this was a moment to let him shine. So
Yeah.
I went into full blown prayer for this person and was like, I'm sorry that you're so full of hatred. I'm sorry that it's a learned behavior,
Right.
and then pray for him, that God would show him and give him an understanding.
Yeah.
So that's kind of my take on adversity. But at the same time, I'm like a hard boiled egg. I'm hard on the outside
But you
and I'm
soften.
so soft in the middle. So
Yes.
sometimes I say I don't care, and then I'll break down to my husband later on, let
Really?
him, lick my sores or whatever.
Right.
and then
hit
all the rest of the shoulder off, and then I feel better.
hit those sore spots.
Yeah, I feel broke. And then I'm
Right.
okay. And then I really don't care. I really don't care
But you
at
know
that
what?
point. I do have
You
my
know what I've
moment.
learned about those people? Like you said, it's a learned behavior. And not only that, people, when they see you rising and they know that you are full of the Holy Ghost and they know that you love God, they will do anything to test you. So when you know where you stand in your faith, it's kind of like I be laughing at them. Oh, you want to go in? Lord, forgive me, but we're gonna take it there. And
I try not to,
yeah,
sis.
you know, and I have to. And once I do, they vanish. But God is like, hold on, I'm gonna let you be unreligious for a second. Go ahead and let them know. And I just go full force. Oh, my mama will tell your mama too. Yeah, everybody mama just toe up. Everybody.
Well, do you believe a person? Okay, a situation that I'm dealing with. But do
Okay.
you believe a person can be blackballed on YouTube? Me and my husband was talking about being blackballed. Do you think that's
Absolutely.
possible?
Absolutely. Because you have people out here when they see that, okay, you got a little buzz in the street, and that's what I was talking about this morning. Okay, well, a couple of people know who Virgo is. Virgo got a name out here. Every time she go in a room, you know what I'm saying? They know her, and blah blah this and blah blah that. So it's like mimicking. They will find any and everything they could do to suck your soul dry, to find out every piece of information they could find out about you, to try to get so close to you so they can undermine you and mimic everything that you're doing. It's pretty much like they're trying to become you. And I really think that that really makes my stomach earl.
I'm laughing because I feel you 100%, 100% on that. And when you share your dreams and your visions with
Right,
people, and you think that they wholeheartedly have your best interest at heart, and then you see them trying to do something that you discussed with them,
right,
or something that you had said on your channel, and before you
right.
got a chance to do it,
They already
they're
did.
running with it.
Yes.
And it actually becomes an epic fail because it
Right.
wasn't designed for them to do it, but they don't think that it's an epic fail.
That's it.
So it's kind of hard to try to not address stuff, not to you humiliate me in public. So
Yeah.
why should I jump on you in public?
Right.
So that sometimes brings on stress because you really want to go at them wholeheartedly and
Oh
just,
yeah. Yeah.
but
But
then you think about, okay, God, there's a lesson in this some kind of way.
right.
And then I've also learned too, and even a word of advice to you, every level there's a new devil.
Absolutely.
And where God is taking Virgo, everybody will not and cannot go. And
Absolutely.
sometimes, because our hearts are so big, we want to take people with us.
Right.
But I've learned in a battle, in a war, that if my boots come loose, it
Okay.
can take a minute and let me strap up my boot and get a couple feet ahead of you
Yeah.
and let me get my stuff together. And then I'm going to
Right.
come back and help you. I've
Right.
learned that the hard way. And it hurt my heart. And I've cried and I've shed tears because I have a heart for people.
Me too. And that's the crazy thing. And that's why I had to learn. Like, in the beginning, I was helping so many people. And I was like, well, let me help you get to this number as I'm still growing. Let me help you.
Mm-hmm.
And let me help you do that. And, I wasn't really doing a growth stream. I was doing I called it a love stream because I wanted people to love on each other, not just connect with each other, to really get to know
Mm-hmm.
each other and be able to share this experience with one another. But people started to take me for granted, and the connections that I had built for myself, they wanted to jump in and pretty much kind of make those connections and steer me out of it, and I always came back to put
Girl,
them in the
I
behind because
feel you. I
people
feel
like,
everything you're saying right now.
you know, you can't replace Virgo as who she is, and people gonna love you for different reasons, but when you are doing the works of the enemy, it always come back to bite you. So that's why I had stopped doing the love streams for a while because I'm like, I'm to me, I feel like I'm letting you do it. But then God was like, why would you start spreading my love and my word for
Yes,
people
yes.
You know,
Yes. I
that
feel
yeah,
that when you I feel that
yeah,
when you
so-
said you just want to quit, you want to stop.
yeah,
Why would I
yeah,
keep doing it? I get that.
yeah. And people and God was like, you know what? People need to see you rise, you know. And I promised myself from that day forward, I would never stop speaking God's word. I would never stop having love for people on my channel because of those people that messed that up. But now I know my limits on how far I want to help somebody and where I want to
Thank
take
you.
somebody.
Thank
And
you.
it's up
Me
to
too.
you if you're going to get weaned out, because I will wean you out. See, I'm like you, I observe everything. I'm
Hmm.
not going to say nothing. I'm going to keep letting you think you playing me, but I already know your moves.
Come
That's why,
through.
that's why I always tell people you got to play chess, not checkers. See, I know the game because I've been there, done that. So it's nothing that you can do to me that I don't recognize or I don't know because I done did it. Okay.
Hmm.
Been
Hmm.
there, done that. So
Hmm. And how do you handle stress? Like when you're because I know you're a mom, you're a wife, you have a career outside the home, you have to maintain a home, and even with YouTube in itself, it can be very stressful. So
yeah.
how do you balance it all out and try to make Virgo Queen?
First I have to step outside of myself, and I like I said, I always go to God for everything, and I'm like, God, just give me the strength to keep going. I know I have a purpose, and I know why I'm doing this, but I need you to give me the strength because I'm tired. And
Hmm.
he kind of picks me up. And from there, I just try to stay connected to people that really want to see me win. That's
Hmm.
most important to me because, like I said, everybody needs support. And when it comes to my house, like I was saying this morning, I had sacrificed so much time where I was running in the door and I was like, "Oh, hey, baby, I gotta record." He kind of looking at me like,
Yeah.
now you cooking. I support you, but now you cooking. And then my kids was like, well, mom, can we do this? But I'm like, I gotta record this video. I know I just got home and I sacrificed everything to be where I am. So now it's time for me to build Virgo. And when I'm stressed out, that's why I haven't recorded as much or been going live because I have to regroup. If I don't
Hmm.
get time to regroup and get
Hmm.
myself together, it's gonna be a beautiful disaster. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna be able to create. I'm not gonna be able to focus at work. That's why most of the time when I'm at work, I still try to run videos and all that. Recently, I haven't did it because I don't have the time. I have to
Hmm.
focus on what's taking me to the next level. I don't have two
Hmm.
promotions at work within a month, so I'm dealing with
Hmm.
that. Then I have to deal with the stresses of when I come home. Should I be a mom or should I create? Should I be a wife or should I create? And I had to set a
Hmm.
balance. Like, okay, you got yourself to being monetized, so now you need to focus on family and getting your house right. And in the midst of it
Hmm.
all, people don't know what I was going through behind closed doors. They just see smiling,
Hmm.
happy, but they don't know what I'm going through. And I've been a soldier through it all, because that's
Hmm.
how I was taught.
Hmm. Hmm. And that's a good thing too. Balance is so
Right.
important. And I want to touch bases a little bit, and then I'm done with questioning, and then you can add whatever you like if you want to open the floor up to your
Yeah.
subscribers to ask questions or whatever. But um, I'm dealing with a lot myself personally.
Right.
And I feel like God has chose me because I've had a lot of suffering. I've had a lot of hurt in my life, but I
Right.
also had a lot of good too. So the good and
Yes.
the bad goes together. It's called life.
Absolutely.
And right now I'm dealing with mental health,
Okay.
and it's like a curse word, especially for African American women.
Right.
We carry African American women in our culture in general and
Right.
in the body of Christ.
Yes.
No one wants to admit that if you say one more word to me,
I'm a
I
snap.
mean, I'm getting ready to snap. And it
Yeah.
has nothing to do with the person at
Right.
all.
Right.
It's just that you're so mentally stressed, you're grieving, you're depressed. There's a such thing as a functioning depression. You can
Yeah.
function and still be
Absolutely.
depressed.
Absolutely.
And what is your take on mental health? Like, how do you feel? Do you think some people feel because you're a Christian and you love the Lord that you shouldn't be stressed, you shouldn't have anxiety, you shouldn't have fears? That is a stigma that Angie in real life. I want to break that stigma. If you need counseling, if you need some type of help, if you need anything, it's okay. Still
Right.
pray, but go and get that help as well.
Right. But what people don't
What's
understand.
your take on, mental health and mentally staying healthy. I know a lot of our talk is always about food, food, food,
Yeah.
because that's what we do.
And I don't
But
like
as
that.
far as the mental health, like the Bible said, let this mind be in me that
Of
is in
course.
Christ Jesus. Okay, I'm in you, Jesus. I love you.
Right.
I sing on praise and worship. I go to church every Sunday. Oh my God, I'm the pastor. Just a few months
Right.
ago, a pastor committed suicide. Okay? A pastor committed suicide.
Because what
So
people don't understand is that we are flesh,
come
and
through, sis.
you have to have God inside of you. That's the difference. Your flesh is something totally different. And what people don't understand is God made us to be human. He made us for trial and error. So if you're mentally broken and you are at that place where you just can't take no more, you have to go see somebody. People don't understand therapy is one of the best things that you can ever do. When you
Mm-hmm.
actually can talk to somebody that is not biased or not judging
Yes.
you, it
Yes.
gives you a peace of mind because you feel like, okay, maybe my husband don't understand this, my children don't understand this, or my mother don't understand this, or my father don't understand this. So you understand where I'm coming from. It's very therapeutic. So I feel like
Mm-hmm.
if you're dealing with something mentally, first of all, get on your knees and pray about it, and ask
Mm-hmm.
God to direct your heart and your mind,
Mm-hmm.
and put you on one accord. Um, Secondly, like you said, so many people have to stop denying the fact that they're hurting.
Come
And
on.
because so many people are so broken inside that
Yes.
they're trying to fill voids with the wrong thing. And
Mm-hmm.
I think that we as people, and that's another reason why I feel like God put me on this platform, we have to break that cycle of brokenness. We
Mm-hmm.
have to. We have to deliver ourselves from being broken and feeling like
Mm-hmm.
there's nobody, because as we can see, there's so many people on here that we don't know in a physical form, maybe we
Mm-hmm.
do, that support us and love us. So it's people out there that will help you, but you have to be willing to accept the help. You know,
Exactly.
so that's the thing. And mental health is nothing to play with. I mean,
Mm-mm.
your mind could be in such a depressed state. That thing will
Yeah.
kill you. That thing will kill
Yes.
you.
That is the truth. God knows that is the God honest truth.
That thing
And
will kill you.
your mind will run away from you if you allow it. Literally,
Right.
your thoughts. The Bible says, "Cast out every wicked imagination and everything that
Right.
exalts itself
Right.
um above the word."
Right.
So if you feeling like, the Bible said, don't be anxious. So if you feel anxious and anxiety, no, it's not from God, and no, it's not healthy. If you feeling like you want to commit suicide, no, it's not from God, and no, it's not healthy. Yeah,
Right.
you still love the Lord. You're no less human. You're no less
Yeah.
beautiful. You're no
Right.
less popular.
But that is your
Right?
flesh. That is just your
Yeah.
flesh. That's
Yeah.
your flesh speaking for you, and that's nothing but the works of the enemy, just trying to do everything. They said the enemy comes to steal, kill, and destroy. So we have
Mm-hmm.
to step outside of our flesh, and we have to get on track with the Lord. See, when you know Him and you know the things that He can do for you, it will truly give you peace. Because I do
Yes.
with a certain level of anxiety. Like I have a problem with thinking that, okay, if my husband say the sky is gonna be blue tomorrow, I will question him 1,000 times.
I'm
Are you sure it's not gonna be purple? Are you sure? Are you sure? Have you checked the news? Have you checked the weather? And he like, it's gonna be blue. Just relax. I have a problem with that. Like if I can't reach my kids, it will tear me up. I can call my kids one time, they don't answer. I'm like, now Jesus. I'm gonna need his children to answer the phone so I could be okay. As soon as I hear from them, I could breathe. Same thing with
mm-hmm.
my husband. If he on his way to work or something, he don't answer one time, my mind instantly thinks the worst. Why? I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But that is the flesh trying to, distract me and think
Mm-hmm.
like, okay, everything is always negative. And it's not.
Mm-hmm.
And that's
Mm-hmm.
something that I'm working on. And I'm not ashamed to say that I have a problem with thinking like everything finna just go wrong. You know?
Yeah. Get that thinking. Get it under control, honey. And it happens to all of us. Like you
Right.
said, we are human. I know I said that was the last question, but I got one more. This is the last.
Okay,
And
yeah,
this
yeah.
wasn't
Okay.
discussed either. And then you can open the floor to people.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
how do you measure wealth? What do you consider a rich man? What do you consider a rich woman? Do you measure? Well, how do you measure a richness or wealth? How is
I
that measured?
I measured it by love. Because you can have everything in the world and you can still be the unhappiest person in the world. So it's not about material, it's not about money, it's not about fame, it's about love. And love cures everything. It
Absolutely.
truly cures everything. So I feel like a successful person is somebody who has love all around them, support, and just genuine people around them. I feel like you have everything because I could be
Mhm.
living in a mansion today and everybody could hate me and be against me. And like you said, I could be battling all these things and I don't have nobody to love me. But oh God is wealth Himself. God is wealth. Oh my God,
Yeah,
I just knew how amazing He was, and that if nobody else in this world loved me, oh
I
God,
know that Jesus loves me. Yes.
yeah,
And love it, love it, love it. And that's my take too. I measure wealth by family. I mean, as you can see, you've seen these big celebrities with millions and millions of dollars, and they're
yeah,
dying. They're
yeah,
dying spiritually, they're dying mentally, they're dying physically because they don't have that everyday living love.
yes,
That
yeah,
everyday living
because
love.
everybody around them is looking for something. And that something is material, but that person wants to give them something eternal. So that's
Mhm.
totally different because those type of people, they have so much and everybody got their hand out and everybody's
Yeah,
looking for something. But dang, can I just love on you without you calling me and being like, well, what you got? Can you just call me and see how my day was? And
yes.
they miss those things. So they're like, well, you know what? Let me just go ahead and take myself out because y'all don't care about me. They feel it
Nobody else do.
because
I
what
do.
people don't
I've been
understand,
there.
yeah,
I've
and
been there.
just like when B Loves comes in my chat and people like, well, dang, she been there for a long time because I talk to her as if she was just anybody else in this chat. She wants to feel human. She don't wants to feel like every time somebody come or she come into a live stream that she is, it's consuming. It will drive like calm down. I'm
Hmm.
just a woman. We bleed the same.
Right. Absolutely.
So
100%.
it's okay to be in awe of somebody. It's okay
Yeah.
to respect somebody. It's okay
Hmm.
to love what they do in their craft and how they help. But also, they
Hmm.
want to feel like, besides my husband, besides my kids, I want to feel genuine love from somebody. You know,
Hmm.
I can walk into a room and everybody not thinking of my success or what I can bring to the table.
Right.
They just want to talk. And she loves to have a conversation. So that's what people don't understand. Like, so that's how I measure success. I measure it by love.
Good answers. Well, that is all my questions. If you want to go and read through some of the comments, or if you want to
Yeah,
invite
let's
some people
see.
in, or however you want to.
Let's see. That's a good idea, Virgo. People should seek professional help as well. I absolutely agree with that. I really,
Hmm.
really do.
I
But
do too.
I want to kind of turn the tables real quick. um,
It's about you, girl.
Yes, no, it's about both of us. You know what I'm saying? We have to learn how to support each other. Because I want more people to know who Angie is. Because we try to support each other when we can. But I really want people to know who you are because I've heard your ministry, and she goes out on the road with her husband, 18 wheels, y'all. See how she do it. It's so hard, but Angie be on the road. So I want y'all to get to know Miss Angie. If you have any questions for her, she is very smart. She's very intellectual and she loves God, and that's why
Yes,
we
I do.
connect. So I want
Mhm.
to know what is your outlook on YouTube and what keeps you striving on YouTube.
Um, I've learned different aspects about YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I've learned that everyone is not your friend.
Yeah.
I learned that in life, but I kind of took the same perspective after being scarred to YouTube, thinking that,
Yeah.
oh, well, everybody's my friend. But I love the platform. I love that God has given me this platform to meet people, to
Yeah.
talk to people, to share Angie in real life.
Yeah.
How my channel started is I've always wanted to do YouTube,
Mm-hmm.
but I was afraid of what people would think of me.
Right.
I had the fear of, oh, nobody's going to watch you, or you're not going to meet the milestones. But who wants to hear what you have to say? You
Right.
know, those kind of things. I've always lived with that fear and anxiety. It
Right.
wasn't until my mom passed away.
Right.
And my mom was bold. She
Right.
had a good career. She wasn't afraid. She did
Right.
whatever she felt like she was big enough to do. She
Right.
did it. And I
Yeah.
was like, wow. And she was only 57 years old. That's
Wow.
what struck my heart so much because she left this earth at an early age, but she had a full life. She traveled,
Right.
she had a career, her
Right.
home was paid for, all of her kids are grown, her
Right.
car is paid for. She left a nice insurance policy for my father. You know,
Right.
she left an inheritance for her kids.
Right.
So my YouTube is my mom's legacy. I am her legacy.
Right.
So I decided one day that I was gonna get over my fear. And if mommy was big enough to do what she could do,
I
then
could do it.
Angie in real life, here
That's
we go.
right.
And I've
Amen.
been running behind it ever since, you know, trying to stay positive and um just reach people with my life and my
Yeah.
story and my
Right.
relationship with God. And I've always wanted to be a talk show host. So
Yeah.
why not
Yeah.
why not, start at YouTube,
Right.
So I didn't really have, I kind of watched Be Love Life,
Mm-hmm.
took down her tips of what she said about how to start a YouTube channel,
Mm-hmm.
came up with the name, because it wasn't originally going to be Angie in real life. It was
Right.
going to be a different name. But
Okay.
came up with a name, took her tips and say, okay. And every video that I made was done on my phone. Yes, I do have a camera. I
Yeah.
don't use it. I purchased different equipment based off different YouTubers.
Right.
Angie in real life was framed off learning from other YouTubers.
Right.
At the time that I met you, I can't remember how I met you, but I remember telling you one time before that I felt like you was God sent
I
because at
found
the
you actually. I found you. You didn't find me. I found you.
I don't know how it was, but um I remember when I went on one of your lives or something and you start sending your people to my channel. At
Right.
that point, I was at a standstill. My channel wasn't growing. I was still trying to push out videos and still trying to do things, but it was like nobody was subscribing to me. I'm like, God, is this not what I should do? And I kind of like lost perspective. It
Right.
began to be a chore for me and not ministry.
Right.
So, I felt in that little depressed thing, when I pull back with work and life and all that. But I'm glad for you too. I know rules are changing, things have changed, but it's just like any other entity. If you're on
Yeah.
a job and they change the rules, you
You
pull
gotta
up
change.
or you move on. You pull up or you move on. You
That's
go over
it.
the rules, you analyze them. If it's something that you can adhere to, then start making changes. If not, then make
Absolutely.
room for us.
Right.
And I don't mean that in an ignorant way, but that's just the
Right.
way of life.
But
There's rules
you
and
say
laws
in
for
all facts,
everything.
and I tell people that's just like you going to work and you clock in and they say, "Well, we ain't flipping the burgers like this no more. You got to flip them this way. You gonna flip
Yeah,
them because you need that check.
the way they tell you to
So
flip them.
just flip them to the right. I mean, it's not that hard, sis. Just flip them to the right. If
Mm-hmm.
you have when you doing a platform like this, you have to be about your business. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? You have to make an and like I tell people all the times, I have so many silent moves and I have so many bigger people that have reached out to me and want to do things with me. And I'm like, in God's time. I
Right,
can't rush it
right.
because I'm still trying to get my channel to where I want it to be. And people see me right now as being an inspiration over YouTube. And I never in a million years would have thought that my name would ring bells around YouTube and people would know who I am. But God had already told me that, and people think I'm cocky when I say that, but no, he told me, he already confirmed with me what and who Virgo was going to be and what I was going to bring. And the thing about that is, um, when you just authentically being yourself and
Mm-hmm.
you make so many great connections and so many people that every time you go in a room, they're like, I love her. I love her spirit. That's what sticks and resonates with me. When you can tell me that
Mm-hmm.
you love my spirit,
Mm-hmm.
then you're somebody I want to be connected with because that's
Mm-hmm.
what it's about. It's not about what I can do for you. It's not about what I can gain from you. Because even with these big YouTubers, when I meet them or I link up with them or we in the DMs or they come in my stream, it's genuinely not for fame. It's not for clout. I genuinely love and respect their craft. And I
Yes,
understand that they are running a business
absolutely.
and we're learning it together, big or
And you
small. We
know
can
what?
all
When you
help each
saying
other.
that, I was in a live this morning and I forgot the lady's name. I'm so sorry. I would shout her out if I could remember her name. But she brought on the scene when you said about a business. When Jesus was 12 years old, when his parents went to go look for him, and he
Mhm.
was like, "Didn't you know I will be about my father's business?
Right. Okay.
Didn't you know I will be about my father's business?" So
Right.
we can't lose the fact that YouTube is a business, but so is ministry. And being as though we're on here, we are about our business and our father's business.
Yes.
Yeah. Do I want to get paid? Absolutely. But if I don't, I'm not going to stop because it's part of what I do, whether it's via
Absolutely.
YouTube or outside of YouTube.
Right. And you know what? That's why I always say on my channel, I don't care who's watching, when you watching, or how you watching. I will never stop speaking the gospel on my channel because if it was not for him, I would not have the success that I have had within 5 months. If it wasn't for him, I would have not made these connections. If it wasn't for him, I might have not met some of the most amazing people that I've met in my life on
Mm-hmm.
this platform. So this is all because of him. Everything that he's done
Mm-hmm.
for me
Mm-hmm.
on this platform, I give him all praise for. And
Absolutely.
I understand that a lot of people don't have the same religion. So I say, if this is offending you, I'm sorry, but I will not stop
Ha!
teaching what I
I will
believe.
not be silent.
And if I have to lose everybody, I'm okay with that because he's still going to bless me because guess what? I've already made the connections. I've already made the sacrifice. That's number one. I've already made the sacrifice and I've already made the connections.
Creole, Creative Creole, put that lady's channel in there. The channel
And
was called Sea
the,
Lot.
yeah,
Welcome to
see
the Sea
her.
Lot channel.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she's really really sweet.
I
And
like
she
her.
has a great ministry on her channel as well.
Yes, yes.
So I think you have you been there before?
I was on today was my first time on there today. I think you and her may have been on live at the same time because as soon as you popped off, she popped up next. So I just went on
Okay,
hers
yeah.
until she came
Um,
back.
I've only been there once, but when I went in there, she has this fiery like hip way of telling her ministry and incorporating
Yeah,
everybody into that. So when I was there the first time, I really enjoyed her ministry. I
I
just
do
enjoy
too.
ministry in general, especially when it's a ministry for women. And I really feel like as the years are going and these centuries are rolling, we really need to learn how to uplift each other as far as
Hmm.
women. And we have to stop
Hmm.
being so negative. We have to stop tearing each other down. We have to stop being so envious and jealous and just malicious because
Yes.
we're all hurting each other by doing those things. So I do not promote any of that on my channel. I don't like
Absolutely.
maliciousness. I don't like drama. And if you don't talk to this person and I do, leave me out of that.
Don't put my exactly, and don't and another thing too. What are you? How is your relationship with me if you're so comfortable sitting in the presence of somebody putting me down?
Uh-huh.
What am I to you? And even on the piggyback when you say about women, we are so powerful.
Yes.
Not just black women. I'm saying the
Women in
race of
general.
women in general. Do y'all know that we carry the word?
Not only
We can
that,
carry,
we carry the
Jesus
word.
came through a woman, the most powerful, all the power in the
Yes.
universe came
Yes.
through a female. It came through a female. Do you know how much? Why didn't God choose a man to have Jesus? Why
Hmm.
didn't he give a man ovaries? Okay.
Because
Why
they
did we
can't
have a
handle it.
woman?
They can't handle it. They can't handle it.
Come
But
on.
but baby, let me tell you, when you are
I grew up in this
grown,
camp. I never carried a baby before. I never been pregnant before, but I
but
raised
baby,
my husband's children. But you
baby,
got to look at the power that we possess,
I've,
even
I've,
as
I've
wives.
carried two. I've carried two, and I know the power of birthing. See,
Come
that's the
through,
thing.
sis.
Let me tell you
Go
something.
ahead.
Somebody prophesied it over me. Let me tell you. Let me give you a quick shout. Somebody I met on YouTube. This was about a
Girl,
month or two ago.
I do a dance with you, girl. Don't
Listen,
play.
listen,
I like take what you
listen to
love
this.
to.
Right. Listen to this. Somebody I met on YouTube about 2 months ago. I've only met maybe once or twice. Came my live stream before, and that person was like, "I need your phone number." No big deal. I thought they wanted to talk about a collab, so on and so forth. And that person reached out to me and she said, "I don't do this often, but I have to tell you something." So I said, "Okay." She said, "I wanted to tell you what God told me to tell you." She said, God had you in a dream of mine, and it was fire all around you." Wait a minute now. I said, "Fire?
Hold
Lord,
it. Come on.
she said, God had fire all around you. And she said, I couldn't understand why you had fire just burning all around you. But God told me that fire was for you to birth a nation.
Come through.
I said, to birth a nation. She said, yes, that's why you're on YouTube. She said, I don't do this often. I done had some dreams and God reveals things to me about people. And she said, sometimes I sat back and watched you. And one day I was watching you on my TV, one of your videos, and I could not move from that TV because God was revealing things to you about me, revealing things of you to me that I could not move from that TV. So I had to call you and tell you why the fire was around you, because actually that fire was not burning you. It was your power to help build this nation. Girl, that thing took me out. And she said, your journey is to birth the nation. All the things that you do and all the ways that you help people and the word that you give people is because you are birthing a new season.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You're trying to
And
displace this moment.
I can say, not that you need confirmation because I know you know the word and God, that's what I'm saying. But I believe when I met you that my circle was changing.
Mm-hmm.
I think my circle began to change because I just felt like, God, here we go again.
Right.
Here I am, and here we go again. And
Right.
not only is it on a public platform, here we go again. So God, I need you to send people that I know that will help push me to the next area, that I can support, and they'll understand that I can't always be in your lives.
Right.
I can't always watch your videos.
Say
But
it.
I need somebody to have an impact on my life
Yeah.
the way I have an impact on the lives of others. And I feel God on this thing, y'all.
Yeah.
And people say, well, I don't need nobody. Oh, yes, you do. Because God
Yeah.
needed Jesus. Okay.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas. God needed Jesus. He spoke the word and then he formed Jesus. And
Say it.
before Jesus, he gave Adam. He needed Adam first.
Right.
Okay, Adam came, and
Yeah.
Adam couldn't hold it right. Adam couldn't hold it right, but then he brought Jesus. So we need each other. The Bible says there's one body, but many members. God, where are my members?
Right.
I need to be in a group of people that is not taking what they can take from me. Because I'll
Right.
give and I'll give and I'll give everything that I learn. I always say I'm obese in the word. I'm fat
Yes.
in the word. I'm fat, I'm obese in life.
Yes.
Because when you get like that, it's time to push some stuff out. And
Yes.
if you push stuff out, people pour more into you. But where are
Right.
those ones that can pour in what you say I need? Not
Right.
what they think
Who
you
thi-
think I
who
need.
who will be there to fill your cup when you run dry?
Come
Because
through.
you can run dry when you just giving a word and giving yourself.
That
And
sucky dry, sis.
girl, it was days that I got on here and I just prayed over channels. I was just praying, and like I told her, I told them on my live before, when I used to do that, I used to get burning hot, and now I know that fire that she was talking about. See, that's the toe tapper, because
Come on, girl.
I told Mookbang and things. I said, baby, I said I used to get so hot. By the time I got into work, after I finished praying, my body was on fire. I
Mm-hmm.
couldn't catch my breath because I genuinely was in prayer for people. You know what I'm saying? Not knowing what people are going through, not knowing how I can uplift somebody's spirit, not knowing what people going through on a day to day, and they looking to me and coming to me and trusting me with my prayer to get them.
Mm-hmm.
Girl, it burnt me up inside. And I was
Yeah,
like, oh God. And I said, you give your greatest battles. You
to
give
the
your greatest
strongest
battles to the
soldiers.
strongest people. And I said I would have never thought, by the way that I lived my life before, um, living a fast life. I'm from Miami,
Mhm.
Florida. I'm from
Yeah.
Miami, Florida, living a
The
fast
beach life.
that I would ever be as steadfast as I am now, being the believer that I am now. So it took everything in me to just really trust God. And like I was saying, what you were saying, when I was on the live and I went to church, me and my husband, it was maybe about 2.5 weeks ago. And we
Hmm.
went to church, and we've been dealing through our own personal things. And I said, we're gonna stand before God no matter what we're going through, and we are just gonna stand here and cry and give him everything, no matter
Hmm.
what goes on. We're gonna give him every bit of praise. And like Moot Bang said, that day that girl told me that dream, she told me, God told me, in order for him to heal what you're going through, he wants you to truly cry out to him and lay on your belly and just cry out. And like she said, I cried for 2 days. I was just crying, crying to the point I could barely breathe, snot dripping. I ain't care.
Girl.
Cried unto him and said, God, I know who you are. God, I thank you for whatever it is I'm going through, because there's no
Hmm.
test without a testimony. So,
Hmm.
baby, I just prayed and I prayed, and I did the same thing 2 weeks ago. I said, God, no matter what, I don't care who's watching, who looking, I am going to give you all of me. And
Hmm.
I just try to incorporate that when I can. Some days when I'm driving to work, I just say, God, I thank you. Sometimes you can't even pray because you just so
Just
fit.
yes,
No, you
yes.
just say, thank you, God. I really just thank you for everything that you're doing, because you have kept me through everything that I've been through in the last few months. You have,
Absolutely. Absolutely. God is so amazing. He really truly is. He
yeah.
really, really, really is. And he's brought me through a whole lot of things. A whole lot of things. Just the last 5 years alone. People look at me and was like, how in the world are you still standing?
Oh
How
wow,
are
that's
you
a
still functioning?
testimony. I'm sorry
How
to
are
cut
you
you off.
still how are you still functioning? Literally. I
Salam
mean, just
TV has a
one
testimony.
death. Yes, one death. And I often talk about it on my channel.
Mhm.
One death after the another, literally the last
Wow,
5 years, some 2 in 1 year. And I'm not talking about the fifth, third, sixth cousin. I'm talking about my
yeah,
mama, my grandmama, my
girl,
aunties,
girl,
nephew, my
and
biological
I'm gonna
father.
get to that 1 second, but I got to praise for Slav TV, because he just said my elder sister was in a coma while she was pregnant, and my mom went on fasting for 31 days. She lost 40 pounds, and to God be the glory, she and the baby made it out that coma with no issues.
I
Mm,
come through, Jesus. Come on.
mm.
And how about me and my sister was just talking about going on a fast? Huh?
Girl, won't he reveal things to you when you need it?
And
Hey,
40
you know
days,
you're
that's
wrong
a
with that,
number. Come through.
girl. I'm telling you, and I praise God for that, because when you truly believe in the power of God, baby, He will do a mighty miracle. Not on, and I
Yes,
always,
he will.
not on your time,
But
go
in his.
in His
And
time.
the word says, one day to the Lord is 1,000 years. So
Yes.
that means we are only, what's this, 2019? We only on day number 2.
Okay,
So like, chill out, baby girl. You only on
girl,
2 days.
girl, and that's why you have to just really give yourself to him, despite of what you're going through, because like I said, it's people out here that's going through just life right now in 2019, just hurt.
Mm-hmm.
People are
Mm-hmm.
hurting,
Mm-hmm.
and that breaks my heart,
It
because
does.
I know what hurt feels like. um me at 16, I lost my father. Then when I had my daughter, I got pregnant at 17. My daughter lost her father when she was 2 years old. Um, I've never met my father's parents, because they was already dead. My dad's brother died in his sleep when I was about 7. My dad died from high blood pressure. Then my grandparents died within the last 8 to what, maybe 8 years between the two. And I don't know, no, but I know maybe two or three people on my dad's side. That's my older sister. I have aunts and uncles right there right now. I don't even know on my dad's side. I know a few people. But my mom's side of the family, we are so close. I just lost my aunt in April.
Your
My aunt,
mom's sister.
yeah, she has six sisters. One of them died maybe 12 years ago. Just lost my aunt in April. Lost my uncle in May. Okay. Dealing with some personal things, but I've never not have a smile on my face.
Come on, God.
I never not have and my mom dealt with something personal, which I just revealed. I never revealed what she went through, but God brought her out. All praises.
Come
God,
through, Jesus.
God brought her out of what she was going through. That scared me to death. Never in a million years would have thought. But to God be the glory, it was swift. Everything happened swiftly.
Mm-hmm.
It happened perfectly.
Mm-hmm.
But she never lost faith. See, I get a lot of strength from my mother because while she was going through
I
what she
did.
was going through,
Yeah.
she
Yeah.
never gave up. Constantly working. That nothing knocked her spirit.
My mom was the same way. She had her moment, and my mom got diagnosed with she had multiple myeloma, which is
Mm-hmm.
a bone marrow cancer, and
Mm-hmm.
she got diagnosed with it in 2016. Honey, she was down for the count, breathing machines, dialysis. Like she was never supposed to even come up out of that.
Right.
Let me tell you how a baby girl was by her bedside and had a sign up: if you don't believe, don't come up in here. So
Okay.
did his share, have done his share of miracles. I've seen God move in the life. All those ones that are gone now, God has answered prayers for them
Right.
previously before he took them up out of here.
Right.
My mom would have been gone. But
Mhm.
oh, but God, when
Right.
she was on a ventilator, and if she would have had a DNR, 2016, she would have been gone.
Mm.
But if she didn't have a DNR, me and my daddy and my siblings, we was like, okay, we're gonna pray this out, even though we know she don't want this, we're gonna pray it out because she didn't have it written.
Right.
So God will show up in the midst of whatever you're going through. And
Right.
it's so hard. I'm not saying that going through is easy, but it's easier when you know God.
Ooh.
It's easier when you know God. Death is easier to handle in a sense on the spiritual side when you know God. But yes,
Okay.
there's still a point where you do grieve. You're gonna deal with the humanity side.
Right.
And whether you deal with it immediately, 1, 2, 3, 4 years later, you're gonna deal with that humanity side. You can put it off as long as you want to, but eventually it will come to fruition. You have
Yeah.
to accept and deal what God allows. But
Yes.
in general is about lessons,
Yeah.
and we all have life lessons. We all have to learn. We are all learning,
Yeah.
to be able to strive, and just knowing God's word. He didn't say things would be easier. He said things would be
Right.
possible.
Right. And and I'm just so grateful that he ordained me to help people, with what they're going through because people don't know how many messages I get. If it wasn't for you, I don't know how I would have made it through the day. Soon as I needed a word, you were speaking it, that fills me. It
Mm-hmm.
truly does because like I said,
Mm-hmm.
even when I'm going through in the midst of everything, I'm like, Lord, I was still strong enough to
Yes.
give myself. I was still strong enough to give myself
Yes.
for
Mm-hmm.
somebody else. And I think that is amazing. So I just feel like no matter what I'm going through right now, um, I'm dealing with extreme exhaustion um, from work because I'm working 10, 12 hours a day. Then I'm trying to come home and be a creator, be a good wife and not be as attentive to YouTube, be with my kids. The holidays coming up. I run a business at work. I'm like, Lord, Lord,
Right.
Lord. Woo! Then I got this going
Woo.
on, and for those of for the people that don't know, I'm driving last week, and my whole engine stopped.
I remember you went on live and was saying that you had to get another car.
My whole
I
engine
remember
stopped.
saying that.
So I'm going through that. Lord, I've been spending so much money on Uber. I'm talking about almost $100 a day getting back and forth to work because I'm not
Good
getting a car to
grief.
like 2 weeks. Girl, but I make no excuses. Well, I tell people, you can't be out here making excuses. You got to be out here making things happen. Okay.
Yes.
No
Mm-hmm.
matter what I'm going through, my house is gonna be in order. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And you know, as
Mm-hmm.
women, yes, I have a good providing husband, but at the end of the day, you know, we have been through some things in the last couple of months that your average woman won't be able to handle. And it's not in our marriage per se, it's just life things that has happened to us, but
Happy.
only because of the blessing that we are about to receive, girl.
That's it. You
It's
like,
only
God, I know something greater can come. You allow me to
no,
go through all this.
but we
I
already
know
have,
something big finna happen.
but
It's
we
a
already
song
know.
called
We already know the confirmation because we already got the See, I don't put my business in the street, but God.
When you get a chance, you and everybody else on this live, go listen to this song called Big by Pastor Mike.
Okay.
His name is Pastor Mike, and the song is called Big. I believe that it's my time. I believe that it's my season. Something
Yes.
big is about to happen. Okay.
Girl, let me tell you, when I seen that confirmation that the Lord gave, I was like, oh my God. I was like, oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for patience. Thank you for saying, you know what? You ain't make no excuses on why you couldn't do this, my child. You didn't say I can't get up today. You ain't say no, I can't handle it, God. You handled your business,
Yes.
and here is your reward, girl,
Mm, mm. And I'm
baby.
trying to find my way back because I'm dealing with a lot of things. But I look at you look at yourself now and then you look at yourself where you were a few months ago. That peace, that joy, that
Mhm,
energy, that zeal that I had is not where it was. And when I sit back and watch some of my videos, I can
mhm.
see like that not there. But even
Right,
with that being said, God is birthing a new thing.
right,
So with dealing with things of old, there are going to be things that are coming up that are new, that's new to us. And
right.
we have to learn how to embrace that news and say, okay, maybe
Okay, Shalom, have a good one.
that part is over. So now it's time, to get to the next level. I'm just
Right,
grateful. I'm grateful. I really
right.
am.
Girl, let me tell you, nothing can stop the glory of the Lord. Cause baby, I have really not lost nothing other than my car, but it's being replaced tenfold. Lord, if y'all only knew.
Girl,
If
you better not come out here with my daggone Range Rover. I'm coming to
girl,
Florida. I'm coming to Florida.
um,
I'm coming to Florida.
look,
And my Range Rover, girl.
I
I'm
I don't
coming.
say I don't say my moves, but just wait. Keep your eyes open.
Keep your mouth closed and your eyes closed, okay?
Okay. Keep your eyes open. So, no matter what you're going through, just know you have to know that you are great. You have to know that there's a purpose behind everything. And I know
Mhm.
my purpose and I know everything that has happened in the last couple of months. I was like, I, I know why. And I know the blessings behind it. And I have not lost a thing,
Nothing.
not nothing. I still live well. My kids are very well taken care of. My house is taken care of. My man is taken care of. I'm good.
We
But
good.
on the backside, I'm tired.
Girl, I know. Tasty Mafia. For
Tasty,
real.
what's up, sis? Tasty in the house, girl. We just telling girl. Sometimes you just need to testify. You know what I'm saying? Because people think
Let's
that
talk
there's
about it. Yes.
no, no,
And people
no.
can see that this is everyday living.
Yeah,
People fail to realize that we live. I have a saying that, well, I stole it from somebody else. I forgot where I saw it, but it was a picture of Charlie Brown and Snoopy.
hmm
And they were sitting like on a dock. And I can't remember which one said what, but
that's
one of them was
Tasty.
like, yeah, one of them was like, well, you only die once, but you live every day.
Yeah,
You only die once, but you live every day. And
right,
in my words, live, baby, live. Because I believe that that's what my mom spoke to me.
right,
Once when God took her on, and I was sitting on that couch in the living room, like, Lord, mommy, what am I supposed to do now? Now
right.
that you're gone, what am I gonna do now? And I believe I heard my mom's voice said, live, baby, live. And
Yeah,
that's where the slogan came from. Live, baby, live. Even
Yes,
though we deal with everyday things in life, we
right.
still have to live, y'all.
Yes,
We
girl.
still gotta
Girl,
live, no
I
matter
didn't.
what.
I never let that be a factor of whatever I was going through. Tear me down because I already know God's grace and His mercy. And I was, honestly, I was at first. I was like, everything is hitting me at once. But when I tell you, like I said, when I got that confirmation, oh baby, if I could have jumped and flipped through this window, girl, I probably would be in the river behind my house. I was like, Lord, thank you.
Wow. He's awesome.
We fought through it. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, when you haven't lost nothing because of your faith, you know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? I'm not out here hungry. I'm not out
Mm-mm.
here broke. I'm
Mm-mm.
not out here homeless. My house
Mm-mm.
is nice. My kids is nice. I
Mm-hmm.
ain't lost nothing.
And
And I
people don't
never,
like that.
yeah,
People don't like it. They try to
yeah.
tear you down, but when they see it's not working,
Let me turn on my
you
light because
know,
it's a little dark. Hold on.
when they see that it's not working, then they want to start mooching back.
Yeah.
You was tearing me down all along, and now that you see that you're tearing me down is not working, you want to
Right.
ease on back in the circle.
Yeah,
You want to
baby.
come, you want to ease on down the road. But you
Girl.
was tearing me down before, trying your hardest to tear me down
And that's the crazy
secretly.
part because when I was, finally when getting a name for myself on YouTube and everybody started recognizing who I was, I had people making these fake pages and all of this stuff going on, and I was just like, "Girl, I don't bother nobody. Where is all this coming from?" But I said,
Hate.
you know what? Resist the devil and he shall flee. And girl, when I tell you, every time they came in, I was on them. Oh,
Yes.
my sister, your sister too. Oh, I'm bald head, your grandma bald head too. Everybody just everything. And I was
Yeah.
going toe for toe with them. And they was like, I can't do nothing to knock this girl's spirit.
Yes. Yes.
And they fleed.
Yes. 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 God
They
is so
fleed.
amazing. He really is in the
Sure
midst
did.
of everything. And I kind of was like, I don't push my religion on people. I don't do
Right.
that. But everything I do, I said, God, if I have to do a mukbang to get your name out there,
I'm gonna do
then
this
let's
much.
mukbang. If I have to do a challenge to bring glory to you, then guess what?
We
Let's
gonna
do
do
this
it.
challenge.
That's
You
right.
know, the platform has been given to us, and just like in real life, people's out to get us, out to get you down. You know, it's gonna
Right.
happen, and I
Right.
have learned to accept that everybody's not gonna like me. Everybody's not gonna like my channel.
Right.
Everybody's not gonna accept me, and that's okay because I don't like everybody. And I
Yeah.
don't like everybody's channel. I really don't. Some things I don't get with. Not saying I don't like the person,
You just don't,
but
but
some,
that's what I be trying to explain to people. Everybody ain't gonna like what you do. It might be somebody that's in your stream that might thumbs it down. They might not like that video. It's okay, and life goes on. Relax. You don't
I'm
have to
not
be
gonna
in
stop breathing.
look. You don't gotta be in my DMs like Virgo. You got to. Okay, did you do it at this point? Because you is like all up in the sauce. If I don't care, sis, why you care so much?
Exactly. Messy.
You
They
making
want you
me
to take
nervous.
it and run with it so they can fuel off of it.
Right. That's just like I was saying earlier. I wasn't saying it to be negative or to be hurtful or to deter anybody away from my channel. What I was telling people is I can't get to every video. You don't have to DM me and say, hey, bro. You don't have to DM me on Instagram every day and be like, this video, I have this I'm gonna see it, boo. My phone work just like yours, my laptop work just like yours. I see it. Sometimes I can't make it.
You just can't.
Let me be great. You don't have to put it in my DM every day.
And that's the thing. As we grow, it's going to become impossible. So
Right,
I pray that
right,
God sends people your way, our way, and any other content
right,
creator
right,
that is growing. We want to grow. We're not just sitting here at 1,000
right,
subscribers. And even with that being said, I figured I would have my 1K by now, but
right.
I don't. And a lot of people think that I have it already because I have my numbers hid.
Yeah.
I have my numbers hid. But
Right.
at the same time, I'm growing as God allows me to grow. So we all want to grow. We all
Right.
want that 1K plus.
Right.
We all want to hit them 400, 4,000 watch hours. We all
Right.
want to do that. But at the same time, you're gonna have people that will tear you down because you
Right.
want that and you express it. Okay, well, I'm
And
not a content creator. I'm just here to
right.
support. Okay, that's fine. Thank you for your support. I love it. You are greatly
Right.
appreciated. But
But we
I'm
can
one of the
stop
ones.
the obligation thing because so many people
Yes.
now feel that I'm obligated to be in every video. Like I tell them, if you can't make it in my live or my video, or if you make it your business to be there every time, that's you, sweetheart. But if I'm at work, I have to focus on my clients and my business. I don't have time.
Absolutely.
So it's not that I'm being mean. It's not that I'm being bougie because I got my no. I can't do it. And I'm like, they be like, oh, I'm live right now. Can you come? I'm sorry that you was able to make my live and I can't make yours, but when I can, you know I will. So give me that
Mhm.
opportunity to make it, but don't force it upon me.
Right. Even if I can't make your lives, I'll make an attempt to try to at least go watch a video. We are content creators, so we're working. We're
Right?
working on creating our own content.
Right.
We're working on trying to be a support as well. If I come in your live and only stay 10, 15 minutes, don't charge it. Don't be mad at me because I didn't stay the whole time. Maybe
Right.
I have to do dinner. Maybe my
Right.
husband is home and he waiting on his wife. Okay.
Maybe I'm
He
just getting off
take
work. Maybe I'm
right.
still
I'm
at my real job.
everyday living.
Right.
Everyday living. We
Right.
still have
And
to
that's the
live.
thing. And
We still have to
that's
pay.
another thing that has had me like out for a couple of days because I was getting so many DMs and I was like, wait a minute. Y'all keep telling me to repost this on Instagram, post that, y'all tagging me and all this stuff, but I don't ever see the love reciprocated. Maybe a few. But when y'all gonna start reciprocating that love that I give? And I feel like, okay, now Virgo, you put too much of yourself out there. You be helping so many people, and now everybody like, okay, I'm still a growing channel. I can't help you grow. I'm sharing
Mm-hmm.
you out of love, and when I do that, at least reciprocate. But you
Mm-hmm.
always got your hand out.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I ain't never seen Virgo channels flash across your screen for nothing that I do.
Absolutely. And I see Tasty Mafia said it's not easy. Tasty Mafia, it's not easy, but with God, all things are possible. We gotta sit back, we gotta evaluate. When I first started my YouTube channel, I said, God, what is it that you want me to tell your people today?
Right,
What is it that you want me to eat on this channel? What is it?
right,
And when you are a content creator, your mind goes literally. Even when you're at work trying to service your clients, you're thinking of the next creative move. God, what's next? Well, this go viral. How about
I,
I mix this together? Who going? You're
right,
constantly in work mode, so it
right.
can get overwhelming. It really, really, truly can. And a lot of people wanna. We sit now we off the rip because we live and we just flowing as God
Yeah,
flowing to us. But when you're recording, it literally takes you a good 4 or 5 hours to get what you need to record for 30 minutes. You want to make sure your hair is good. You don't want to go
girl. And
on
I don't
TV.
even do church.
You don't want
Girl,
to go on TV looking like a
girl,
saint.
okay,
You want to
girl,
make sure
just
your
them
face
10 minutes
is
I
good.
record, I'll be like, now Jesus, I don't be putting on all that makeup and stuff, but Jesus just be with my words, cause you know
Yeah.
how I am, Lord.
And that's
So
why
flow through me so I won't curse, Lord, cause I have a problem with cursing, and He's still working on me. It's okay,
girl, my husband got a terrible mouth. I be like, wait, baby, I'm on live. Wait, baby, I'm
girl.
on live. I have to warn him.
Girl, I'll be like, but just let me get these words out without being unholy for just a few minutes.
Yes, girl.
But you know,
It's real, and we're human.
and like I be telling people, I be seeing people who got just as many subscribers as me, and they videos be having 4, 5, 6, 700 views. I'm still in the 100. I can't help you, baby. I'm still trying to help myself.
Yes,
I
absolutely.
got a couple of videos that's up there, but I'm still trying to help myself, baby.
It
But
is.
I impacted the people. That's the difference. I made an impact on people, so they know who
That's
I
it
am.
right there in a nutshell. You make an impact on people. That makes a difference. it's the small things that, even if, I say one time before, I had this friend, I used to work with her, and she ended up going to school and getting her degree in criminal justice, and she ended up leaving the retail setting.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't see her for a long, 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 long time. And then I saw her again. And girl, it was just like we didn't miss a beat, because the impact she had on my life and the impact that I had on hers, we still felt like best of friends. Because I didn't see you every day. I didn't talk to you every day. But when I did get a chance, the sparks flew. And that's how you know you make an impact on someone's life. Even though I'm not on your channel every day, I may not come to your lives every day. I might not even do your challenge, but that does not mean that you did not have an impact on my life.
Exactly.
That does not mean that you didn't change me.
Yes. And it's like, girl, I mean, it's us. I was just like, every day. It's certain people that every day. I'm like, baby, listen, okay, I could barely work because you up in here on this DM all day. Baby, I love you, but I can't do this with you right now.
And even with that, I heard B Love say that she probably would do her first 200 comments. And she has millions of subscribers. 200 is nothing, but that's a lot for one person. She can't. I mean, first and foremost, I don't expect you. If I get a response, then yay, that's great. That means you had some time. But we are working, and I stress it so much because I want people to know that I love them, and I know that you love them as well. And we're not Jesus. We're not omnipresent.
Right. But what people don't understand is like, I can't carry you when I'm carrying myself. You know what I'm saying? I'm still trying to create my brand and my business. So I can't carry you. I can't make people follow you. I can't make people subscribe to you. I just try to show genuine love and tell people, look, I know some genuine people that you might can benefit from. Now that's all I could give you, baby. And from there, you're going to have to figure your own lane out. You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't going to lie, and I ain't busting no bubbles or no pipes and nothing like that. But I've seen some things that Virgo has done that has now become more of a trend. You know what I'm saying? And I don't have no problem with that. Do whatever works for you.
But even with that being said, there's a difference in trending than basically being a copycat.
Right.
A lot of, and I'm not knocking challenges because I do them. Matter of fact, I just created 2 Christmas challenges.
Yeah, I need to go watch them. Look, I'm behind.
So I'm not against challenges. But as a content creator, you guys, let's try to be original. As original as we can be. That is what makes us different. Virgo Queen, everybody can't wear that shortcut like you, sis. Everybody can't do it. So don't come on with no bald head if you got a funny shaped head, because it's not going to work for you.
Right.
Okay? I'm just using you as an example.
Right. But it's the truth.
It's nothing wrong with doing people challenges. It's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing
wrong with creating a challenge and but do it authentically. You know what I'm saying? Do it from a creative space. Do it from, something that you just. And some people think, oh, but the challenges Virgo did, they went viral, but they're like big in your refrigerator. No, this is something that my mind came up with. I didn't ask it to go viral, just did.
That's it.
It's just something my creative mind came up with, and I ran with it. That's why I haven't putting no more challenges out there because I'm like, wait a minute now. I know now it's a challenge every 30 minutes of the day.
It is a lot out there. It really, really is, and that's a part of me. I tried and I bought the stuff to do your orange challenge, girl. I ain't never did it. Bought the Oreos and relish. Look, ate the Oreos. But relish got put in some chicken salad.
Look, but I'm not mad at that, and I'm not over here like, okay, well, Angie, you said you was gonna do my challenge, and you said you was gonna do my challenge, but I ain't never seen you pull out no apples or no oranges, Angie. I never.
Life happens. I didn't relish for my chicken salad. You know what I'm saying?
Girl, them Oreos are dipped in some milk, baby. Relax.
Yes, it's not that serious. God knows that
Yeah.
heaven is not.
And
It
that's the
really
thing
is.
that I'm trying to change on here. And it's a lot of drama attached to this thing. It's just so much. It's so many different lanes on here that I'm just trying to get with a group of people who want to do great things, be great creators, do great content, get to the money, travel, do collabs, whatever we got to do to become self-proclaimed millionaires.
And keep your originality.
Right,
Stay you. Even though it may look enticing to be like somebody else, still stay you.
right,
Be you
right.
100%. What you get in Angie in real life, that's what you get in real life.
For real.
I don't fake, I don't perpetrate. I
Right,
may pull back and sit back and listen and observe, and you may get a different vibe from me, but trust
right,
and believe I'm still the same person.
right.
And it's
Because
just that I done peeped out something.
people
The Lord done showed me
outside of
something.
YouTube know that Virgo is just loony. Like something is wrong, and I'm okay. I'm not in denial about that. I'm okay with being myself. I truly am. I'm bold. I could be loud. I'm always I make everything into a joke. That's just my therapy.
Girl, I
Okay.
didn't realize how funny I was until I started doing YouTube. And people used to
Good.
always say, "You're so funny, you're so funny." I'm like, what you just said? What?
Oh,
I'm just being me. You don't say it as a joke or you don't say it as funny. It
right.
just it just come out that way.
When I tell you, I be having people in tears at work. They can't stand it. Because people self-proclaim fool. I've been like this my entire life. That's something that nobody could take away from me. This is just who
Mhm,
I am. It's just a part of
mhm.
me. But we got to do better, people. We just got
Yeah,
to be on our grind.
we
You got to
do.
be consistent, keep prayers up, and know that it will work out. Even if your numbers ain't moving, if your
Mhm.
subscribers, your view, it will happen in God's
It
time. Hey,
will.
Yolanda. Hey,
It
Jen.
will.
It will happen in your time. But
It
everybody
will.
has their season. Celebrate those people's season. When your season,
Mhm,
you're gonna want somebody to celebrate your season. When the next season comes
mhm,
for somebody, celebrate that. And the more we learn to celebrate
mhm,
each other and be appreciative of each other and
mhm,
in our content, I mean,
mhm.
man, YouTube would be a breeze. But they create so
Absolutely.
much static
Mhm.
on top of the. They create so much static, and everybody's big.
Unnecessary.
It's bickering
And
back and forth
and
like
then
children.
I don't judge people at all. But if you tell me that you're a Christian and that you're a woman or a man of God, please act like it to a certain extent.
Girl.
Don't go picking at people. Don't go making fun of people.
Okay.
It's wrong in
Girl.
every sense of the word when you pull up the word. Okay? You want to voice your opinion and all those lovely things, but do it according to the scriptures. What the scriptures
Do
say.
unto others as you want done unto.
Oh, I'm gonna pray for you. I'm gonna pray for you, but I'm gonna talk about you too on this channel.
Right.
Uh-uh.
I'm telling you, and I told my husband, I said, I have never seen a bunch of grown children in my entire life. I
Child,
thought that was good.
child.
I said these people always looking for something to go back and forth about, to go at each other necks about, to be. I'm like Jesus.
Who
Y'all
cares?
wanna be like me? Girl,
It's
we need to
crazy.
sing
But
all
you
the
know
way.
what? It's a sign. It's a sign. Proverbs says what? Wrath is cruel, anger is deceit, but who can stand before in
Right.
a nutshell? Nutshell,
Girl.
honey. When people are jealous, it breeds all kinds of anxieties and fears. They don't want to admit that they're jealous, but it is. It has a lot
Yeah.
of roots to being jealous. And
Right.
it is built up
And
on it was built up on the inside of
envy.
your heart. I love your heart. I love the heart itself. Because
Right.
and I always use that heart emoji. Because your heart will stay true to you. And the
Right.
Bible says, out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. So you can act like you want to act in front of people all you want to. But
Okay.
eventually, baby girl, baby boy, whatever's on this heart,
It's gonna show.
it's going to surface on them lips.
Right.
So
Absolutely.
your heart will stay true to you. Ask God to
Yeah.
create you a clean heart. That's why he says that. So your motives will be pure. Because sometimes I'll be like, God, I'm getting back. Forget this.
Uh, mm,
They treated me this way. I'm getting back. Like, hold up. What's your real reason for doing this
Yeah,
change?
that's why I say he's still working on me. Because sometimes, baby, I see I'm one of the people. I don't know when to fold them. Sometimes I be like, "Now, Jesus, this is when I need you the most." Because, baby, I'm struggling. See, I have a problem, and that's why I say a lot of people dislike me in the beginning, because I am not the type of person that's going to keep my mouth closed when I observe it. Now, I'm not going to be nasty and throw your name out there or what I observe or who I observe, but I'm going to let you know in a godly way. I see you. Yeah, I see you acting up. Yeah, I see you in the comments. Yeah, I see you flip flopping and hot dropping. Yeah, I see all that. I see it. I see it. I see it. And I like to let them know, yeah, I see it. Because I want your conscience to eat you alive. Because you're just being nasty.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? We supposed to be, oh well, this is
Mm-hmm.
my sister, this is my bro, or I love
Mm-hmm.
this person, and you the main one who still has a spite in the end. It's ridiculous.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Please don't tell. I know that's right, Tommy. I know that's right. Anybody have any questions? We just been going.
I did all this to her, and it wasn't even like that.
Right. So I'm trying to open the floor up real quick. I
Oh, I was laughing at Tommy Bites comment, but she took it away. Somebody took it back.
didn't see that. They took it back.
She said,
Tommy
"Act
said she
like
at
a
work.
stroller in a club."
Girl. Sometimes you just gotta tell it how it is.
Yes, honey.
You gotta tell it how it is so they can know, baby, you barking up the wrong tree. Okay? The wrong tree. This is not the one.
Yes, we've been on this thing an hour and a half.
I know. Just talking. Y'all got any questions
There she
before?
put it on there.
Jump
Jumping
from
from a
pole.
pole to pole.
Tell me about it. So yeah, y'all, we're gonna open up the floor real quick to see if y'all have any questions before we end this live. This was
Mm-hmm.
an amazing conversation. Angie, I thank you so much. This was so dope. And I want to do more like this. As my time frees, I will definitely do more.
Well, I'm good, but if anybody have any other questions or anything they want to bring to the scene,
Yeah, I'm gonna
this
get
was
them about
awesome.
I'm gonna get them about 1 good minute. If not, we're gonna close and wrap this thing on up. Dang, they was thumbsing down like crazy. They hating on the Lord.
All is well.
They hating on the Lord. Every time they see a poll that have more numbers, they gone. Every time they see a poll that have more numbers, they gone. You lost me for 1 second, Tommy. I need everyone to pray for me because the
We can
first.
seal it with a prayer.
Oh, wait a minute. Janet says I need everyone to pray for me because the first I
They hated them all the years ago, so hey.
Lord.
Oh, I get what you're saying.
Tommy, what? Okay, Janet.
Because Tommy Bite said they like a stripper jumping from pole to pole.
Oh, she said she's gonna be homeless on the first. Okay, Janet. So we just gonna pray for you. I pray that God hears you. I pray that God delivers you from all the stuff that you're going through, Janet. And I just pray that He finds you a place before the first, swiftly and abundantly. In His name, Janet. I'm so sorry that you're going through what you're going through, but you just got to touch and agree with the Lord that He will find you a place um, to rest yourself. Even if you have to go to a hospital, whatever you have to do. I know you're dealing with a lot, but in Jesus' name, we pray that He find you a place swiftly and abundantly, Janet. And we are so sorry you're going through what you're going through.
For some reason, my volume just went really low.
Yeah, I was praying for Janet Dunbar. She said on the first she would be homeless, and I've spoken to her um over the phone. She was in the hospital for a while dealing with some things, and me and another person reached out to her via phone at the hospital, and I've talked with her about, some of the medical issues she's going through. She's not doing very well at all, and now on top of this, she's about to deal with homelessness, and she's very, very ill.
I'll keep her in my prayers. Absolutely. God is a provider.
Yeah, he is. So swiftly and abundantly, it'll be done, Janet. It will be done. You just gotta have faith, and if you need to go back to the hospital, wherever you gotta go, sweetie, just touch and agree with the Lord first, and pray.
Mm-hmm.
We will pray your strength. My son walked in and saw the orange and mayo child and playing and said, "Was you supposed?" Tommy, what? Lord have mercy. Yes, keep her in your prayers, y'all. Keep her in your prayers.
Mm-hmm. 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 Absolutely.
Yeah, yeah. So this was an amazing, amazing stream. I think we helped so many people on this stream. I think we spoke a good word. I'm so happy that you guys got to meet Angie, to know who Angie is. She's a great person. She has a great ministry. She has great content. So y'all make sure y'all over there checking out Angie in real life. I will be doing this more often with different creators, not to really, you know, steal from anybody who does interviews or whatever, but we're just doing more of getting to know each other.
Yeah.
Um, so we just gonna keep working, y'all, keep grinding, keep praying. And thank you, Angie, so much. This will not be the last time.
There's a delay. So I'm hearing over here, there's a delay
Yeah,
in
yeah.
what you're saying from my channel. So I'm getting stuff
Yeah,
like late.
I hear it. But yeah, thank you, Angie. This was so dope. By the time she catch up, y'all, we will be closing. If you have
Well,
any,
this is a part of what Angie in real life is about.
right,
My podcast that I've started. I don't really do them that often like I should, but every Wednesday, it's a part of what God laid on my heart to do, and
right,
I'm running forth with it. Yes, I have been discouraged because I mentioned it to other people, and then it just started popping up,
right.
But God gave it to me, and I'm going with it, and He'll make it a success.
That's
He
right.
really will, and I trust and
That's
I
right.
believe that He'll do just that
Yes,
in the midst of everything.
absolutely. And I have enjoyed this conversation. I think that the people have really enjoyed the conversation. It was a great word, minus the haters and the naysayers.
Absolutely.
This was
Look, somebody took
perfect.
that thumbs down back. It's 3 now. Okay, go on.
You
Keep
see
on
what I mean?
reaching.
You see what I mean? But see, that's what I mean, y'all. It's just love. So like I said, y'all, I will be doing more of these type of podcasts just so other creators can get to know other creators. I know the Missing Tooth, and I think I've seen Tasty Mafia do this before as well. But we all can just share and love on one another, and it might be some things that you might get from one place and you can get something from another. So I think this is a good way for creators to really get to know each other, to get to know what you enjoy, what you like, what made you start. Um, so it's a great thing, you guys, and I think you should really connect with Angie if you have not. I really really love her, and you
Oh,
guys
I love
continue
you
to do
too.
great. And if Angie has anything to say, if not, we're gonna close this thing up. We appreciate you guys for watching. For those of you who could stay, I understand people working and all of those things, but for those of you who could stay, this was amazing.
I just want to say I appreciate your time. You did not have to accept my offer when I asked you if we could do an interview. You didn't have to, but you did. So I'm grateful that you did. I believe that all things happen for a reason.
Right,
None of this stuff is accidental. Whoever
right,
was blessed, healed, delivered, and set free through this conversation, was meant. It was God ordained. So I thank you for your time. I thank you for helping me. Um, because like I said, when I met you, my channel did grow. I did get numbers because you sent your
Right.
people my way, and they
And
stick.
the
It's
missing
not like
tooth
they
said,
came just
the missing tooth said Angie
subscribing.
is
I
an
want you to know
amazing
I'm
soul.
grateful.
The missing
Thank
tooth
you,
said,
and I'm gonna say a quick prayer, and then we can close her out.
hold on, right before you say your prayer, the missing tooth said we should do more. She said, yes, yes, Virgo, do more of these streams. And he said, Angie is an amazing soul.
Oh,
Hey,
thank you.
we love you. Tooth is another one who does the broadcast. He started it. He does his
Yeah.
talk about it. And I was on there a couple of weeks ago. So Tooth, thank you so much. This is a dope way to get for people to get to know each other. Creole, I love you so much. Creole is, and she is another person. If you don't have the creative Creole,
Yeah, I have her.
I'm telling you, join her live streams because she talks about debt. She talks about things that go on in Louisiana. She talks about home life. She talks about topics that are really just touchy. She has great, great conversations. So if you can ever join one of her lives, she is the one to go to because she's not like stuck minded to where all she want to talk about is mukbangs and things. She really has a great
Right.
conversation on her channel.
It's enough room for everybody.
Yeah,
It's enough
yeah.
room for everybody.
It is. It is. So I appreciate all you guys for watching. We're gonna let Miss Angie get into her prayer and we're gonna close this thing. Ugh.
Father God, in the name of Jesus, we come to you this evening, thanking you, giving you glory and honor for what took place today. We thank you for everyday living. We thank you for Angie in real life. We thank you for Virgo T, all her subscribers, all my subscribers. We thank you for the creativity that you have placed upon us. We pray and we give you glory and honor for the people that will be delivered because of our voices, delivered, saved, and set free because of the voices that you have given us to on this platform. And we thank you for YouTube as well. God, we give you glory and honor. I pray tons and tons of blessings over Virgo Queen Life, that every word that was spoken on her life, it shall come to pass. Every demonic force, evil word, anything that was spoken over into her life to tear her down, I send it back to the pits of hell now. For God will get the glory in how she lives, and everyone attached to her will grow as a result of it. And we give you glory and honor in Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Amen.
Amen.
Amen.
Yes, this was so amazing. God is so good. Thank you guys for joining. This is Virgo, and that is Angie in real life. And I will be reaching out to a few people to see who wants to join the podcast. Now, you can either join me or you could join Miss Angie. You know, we got to spread the word, spread the news.
Absolutely.
So thank you
And
guys
I'm
for
working on 52 weeks. I've already started working on my weeks for next year. So I might be hitting some of y'all up to be
right.
joining me on
Right.
my weeks, because
Yes.
I'm doing
And
one every week.
I already
So
have in mind who I want to hit up next. And I know I said I was tired and I'm supposed to be taking a break, but this has just uplifted my spirit so much
run
and
with it,
reminded
said.
me and it reminded me of why I'm doing this. So I have somebody in mind who I want to hit up for maybe tomorrow afternoon around maybe 8 o'clock. So just know somebody in this stream, I'm gonna reach out to you to see if we can have another podcast going. So I love you guys so much. Thank you,
And
Angie.
don't forget, y'all, StreamYard is now charging. Don't
Yes,
forget, they do
yes.
20 hours free, and then you
20.
have to have a monthly subscription. So get your coins right if you have to, or
Right,
limit your interviews to those 20 hours.
right,
Be smart
right,
about it. Let's not
right.
spend money till we start making it.
Yes. Hi, Theo. Thank you guys for joining. We about to get out of here, but get your coins together because we're gonna be doing a lot more of these. Get your monthly subscription in. Okay, go to work for one day and you'll be straight. All right. Love y'all. Thank you so much for
Love
joining, and
y'all.
we'll see you guys later.
Peace.